We were right in the middle of this sensation. Thank you, Isa. You, she, her. You speak the words, and in it you feel yourself dying inside. You are a spectator, and you have watched a woman die, where the words are a death sentence. Yet still she speaks, unheeding, uncaring. I left a legacy in my father's keepings, my love. Ask for the sixth, the third, the K, and the S. In it I bequeath everything to you. It's not much, but with it I left.
Updated my journal.
You, him, a wave of irritation washes over you. You clench your teeth to prevent the irritation from crossing your features. Must she always continue to prattle, even when you do not prompt her? Must she? But no, keep the irritation inside. Only a trace slips out. Come now, I cannot die, Dayanara. There is no need for such foolishness. Her, you, she is overcome with fear that revolts you, and the fear wells up inside her. You, as you watch him frown, and you hasten to correct him. You must know the reasons, and you know the wisdom behind them, so he is impressed with your planning. Speak, before he turns away. I know I often act foolishly, my love, but you said yourself that you can forget things if you're badly hurt. There are things in the legacy that could help you remember should you forget yourself.
Updated my journal.
You coldly regard her through your eyes, tracing your gaze along her furrowed brow, wrinkled with worry, desperation. She has acted as you expected, yet there is something in what she says. Perhaps, yet I hope nothing in this legacy is of value. I do not want you to leave any things here in some safe that could be of some use on our journey. Her illusion is shattered, just for a moment. You watch, silent, as the emotion falls to the ground, splintering like silvered glass, of some use. Such a casual statement, yet even Dayanara sees, and you hope, just for a moment, you hope that she sees him for what he is, the serpent. And your hope dies, as in Dayanara's eyes the emotion is rebuilt, the slivers being drawn from the ground, the illusion rebuilt, but the slight sliver of pain remains. He thinks you have done something foolish, yet you did it for him. You must make amends. But how? You must convince him the legacy is unimportant. But it isn't. It isn't. It's everything. The legacy, my love, it just has a few things to help you remember. The scythe of words falls on Dayanara, so quick, so sharp, you cannot follow from its arcing path. A legacy? The things you do, Dayanara. Such romantic gestures. No matter. No. She. You. Dayanara. You have driven him away again, like you did the night before. You feel the serpent stirring again. Reborn. Curling around your heart. There is the softest of hisses, yet he does not hear. Would you wish to leave a legacy, my love? For yourself? Or for anyone you would want to? It might help you remember if you left something for yourself. Or the ones you loved. The word scythe falls again, terrible and swift. Yet this time the illusion holds, and the serpent is cloaked. The serpent is cunning, and it shall not reveal itself until it strikes. A legacy for myself? Not likely. The things I would leave to myself would not be safe in some advocate's office, Dayanara. But enough of this. I must leave. He is leaving. You must make him remain, and the experience swirls around you. Terrible. The spiraling toward the final scene. The question she wants to ask. Don't ask it, Dayanara. Don't ask it. Be silent. Be silent. My love, before you go. His anger is irritation. What now, girl? What now, you mewling banshee? Before I go? It looks like I'm in no danger of that. Come, Dayanara, can't these questions wait for the morn? There is much. She is desperate, drowning. Say it, and you, speak it. Do you want me to come with you, my love? The rush of emotion burns and dies in your mind. This is the end. The words he, you, are about to speak are true. But the truth is not the truth she sees. There are no lies, only cold calculations. Of course he wants you to come, Dayanara. You understand it clearly. Too clearly. He has invested too much in the poor girl to let her go. Of course, Dayanara. I would not have asked you to come with me if I did not want your company. You know how I feel about you. There is a cold silence in his mind, then a hissing of thought. A response sharp and deadly, like a dagger blade. The lie comes swiftly, unburdened by emotion. I love you, Dayanara. And you want to scream as you feel the lie wash over her like a radiance. But it is a shadow of the truth, a serpent's kiss. And he means you harm, and she can't even see. You want to call out, but she's crying with joy even as... The emotion washes over you, like you are drowning, and you need to speak. You long to speak, but you cannot. And you scream as you tear your hands away from the stone, bloody tears rushing from your eyes, running in streams down your arms. Your hands to coat the stone, blood, her blood, and you can't warn her, and you can't stop crying. And suddenly, Fall from Grace is there, and her touch is gentle like silk, and she brushes the tears from your eyes, even as you feel the screams welling up within you. She shhs you, cradling in your face through your bloody tears. I can't bear it. I couldn't stop her. I wanted to, but I couldn't do anything. Fall from Grace looks into your eyes, and she nods sadly in understanding. And that is the nature of longing, a desire for that which you cannot change or possess. She studies you, withdrawing her hand, now soaked in blood. Will you be all right? Yes. I just need a moment. Very well, Fall from Grace steps back. We will continue when you are ready. As much as you want to hurl the memory of the experience from you, you hold it fast, because you know it's important to remember it. It was you in that experience. It was Dayanara's experience, but because it was you, your memories flooded to you, and you could feel both sides at once. Who were you? Who was that shade of you?
I'm gone.
Intense sensation. Seems like there's one more stone here, and then also we have the mage walking around to talk to, Quell.
Done. All right.
This sickly green stone is securely fastened to the pedestal it rests upon. The inscription beneath it reads, "The Messenger." As you touch the stone, its green exterior sharpens, clashing, its brightness becoming more than you can bear, so much so you can close your eyes to shut it out. As you close your eyes, you feel the skin along your arms become numb, as if all sensation is being bled from them. Tired, so tired. You try and blink, yet the darkness remains. Your lids feel soft and sluggish, unresponsive. You are sitting on what feels to be a dirt floor, and around you is the smell of coppery blood and herbs? Why are you here? You came here to what? Your memory fails you, and you feel a growing panic beginning to well up within you. Awake now, are you? The questioning all done. The voice is an old woman's, thick and scratchy, as if trying to force its way past a thick layer of dust. Try as you might, you cannot open your eyes and see the woman, but you feel a shiver of fear. Something is wrong. Terribly wrong. You try to respond, but all you can manage is a ragged croak. You can't feel your tongue. And your eyes? What's wrong with your eyes? 1 second, I need some water. Okay. Now, a see me you did, a spoke you did, and poorly. So the price have you paid, hmm? The crone sounds amused, then her tone drops sharply. No more questions. Now you will listen, and you will remember my words, reminding me, you shall live. She hisses, nod if you hear me, or another bit shall I take. Remember me, traveler. Remember me to a stone. One of the pretty glimmers in your festive hall. Use it like a cup. Pour what you feel into it. And know this. Remember me to a man who wears a skin of scars and tattoos. Who seeks memory but has misplaced them. If smart he is, he will know the knowing of me. Tell him to find me. Or if I am not to be found, tell him to come to the Glimmerstone, and we shall speak. My precious man and I. The woman pauses, then hisses again. Nod if you hear me, ragged thing. Ah, pretty, polite to a listen so long. When he comes to the Glimmerstone, tell the man to speak my name, and your pain shall not have been in vain. The crone's voice trails off as if distracted. You try to speak again, but there's only a gurgling noise. What happened? Who is this person? Why are you? And you begin to feel yourself slip into unconsciousness. Depending on what happens here, I might load, because this might be going to the next chapter.
Updated my journal.
Revel? Revel, it is I. There is silence. Revel? Ah, my precious man. There is a slow shuffling of feet, and you feel a sharp pinprick in your left eye. You gasp, and suddenly, barely, you can see. With your one and only eye, you lie in a gray hut upon a dirty floor, where blood, your bright red blood, has seeped into the surrounding gray dust. Your arms are gone. Your legs have been hacked off at the knees. Yet you feel numbed, and there is no pain, only fear. There is someone above you, someone looking down on you. As you look up through your bloody blurred vision, you see a horrid bluish-gray face, grinning with yellow tusks. Ravel is pleased, wondering if I was this messenger would make it. Or weak he was when his bits were placed on my plate. She holds up a talon in front of you, and impaled on the tip of it is an eyeball, the right one. Yet to the festive hall he returned, it seems, in our time two together, as he shared. And now you have come. Success. Ravel, I have many questions for you. The crone shakes her head, your blurred vision seeing 3 images at once. Her grayish hair is like brambles, drifting down her shoulders. No, only time for answers does Ravel have, and she has no time to waste with your guess questions. Know this, and in the knowing grow strong. You must find me, my precious man.
Updated my journal.
But how? I don't know how. I am beyond knowing. In a lady's place. Now shh, and listen to Revel, for there is much you must do to find me. 3 things you must do. Find the door, know the key, then unlock the key. Door? The door is not a finished thing, at least when I last gazed upon it, But in the passing of time, perhaps now well wrought it is. Go to the place of forges and steel. Perhaps there you will find the door that takes one to me. What is the key you speak of? To know of the key, speak to one of the knowing ones. Many there are in the festive hall. Many. Yet only one there who knows the knowing of what key it is that you need. Loosen his tongue. and many secrets shall spill forth. So someone here knows about the key? She doesn't say who. When you say unlock the key, what do you mean? And knowing the key is not enough, so Revel thinks. Knowing it and unlocking it, two tasks that must be joined. For at times the thing knows not its nature, but you are a stranger to that. Revel cackles a long, hideous cry that fills your ears with pain. Revel? How am I talking to you if this is someone else's experience? Of stones and experiences and telling will Revel do, but not the telling of how she speaks to you now. She speaks soothingly. Many are the branchings and twistings of Revel, and many are her secrets. I need you, and I need you knowing of this. Alright, so we gotta find a door, a key, and we have to unlock the key. Farewell, Revel. Return. I will give what help I can. Revel gives a final smile, a horrible yellow-fanged grin. A blackish tongue darts from her lips and lingers at the edge, teasing. But in the end, only one question remains. What do you mean, Revel? Only one question this I ask. Her eyes blaze like fires, the red light turning her face blood red. What can change the nature of a man? At the question, you feel a tremor pass through, like thunder, and you feel yourself burn. Your vision clears until you are standing once again before the hideously green stone. It looks different than before, more horrid somehow. Okie dokie.
Done.
So we finally had a conversation with Revel. Kind of, sort of. But we need to find her still. Either she won't or doesn't seem to be able to fully talk to us through that. Alright, let's talk to Quell. This older man is chewing on something, muttering softly to himself. After a moment, there's a crack, and he crunches down on the object in his mouth and swallows it. His bushy, brassy white eyebrows furrow for a moment, rise, and then furrow again. Without so much as looking at you, the man reaches into his tunic, pulls out a puce-colored ball, regards it curiously for a moment, then pops it into his mouth. Said greetings. The man frowns and waves you away, then nods to himself thoughtfully as he savors the flavor of whatever he's put into his mouth. I've got some questions. The man smirks, bites his thumb at you, and abruptly pauses. His cheeks swell. And, with a violent gag, he spits up a large black fly which begins to buzz around the chamber. Minerosian's candies be damned, he cries, shaking his fist at the insect. He whirls on you. What? I had questions about you. He pops a small red candy into his mouth. You always traipse about molesting... I'm not familiar with this word. Puissant? Mages with your ignorant prattle? Babbling, blathering, chittering, chattering. The candy shoots from his mouth on chattering, flying in a high arc to land on the floor with a wet plip. He stares at it sadly. Kind of curious what this would do. I don't want to become chaotic though. My question? It is so tasty too, he mews. He suddenly looks up, snarling. Sorry? As you should be, you piking dung beetle. Mages deserve respect, and bashers like you should know their proper place. He begins to jump up and down. Proper place, proper place. Calm down, I only mean to ask you some questions. I care not, you yeasty beef-witted pignut. His eyes bulge out as he jabs his finger at you. Now off with you, off with you, and do not return without being prepared to show the proper respect. Come bearing tribute, a gift. He suddenly draws close and whispers from the side of his mouth. Candies or chocolate would be nice, but nothing common, mind you. Bring me something exotic. Now be gone. Wait, I've got this imported chocolate. I could give it to you. As a gift. Oh? His demeanor changes at an instant. Very kind of you. Very kind of you, very gentlemanly. May I see? Show him the chocolate quasit. He takes it from your hands. Oh, quite rare these are, and most delectable. He bites off a large piece and tucks what's left of it into his tunic. Add some questions. He frowns at you, licking the last of chocolate off his fingers. Who told you to come bother me with inane questions? He stares at you accusingly. Come now, what is it you wish to bother me with? Or be gone. He fishes a malt ball from his sleeve and eats it. Who are you? I am Quell. He holds up his hand imperiously as if to stop you from introducing yourself. And don't bother to introduce yourself. You must be the most insolent, annoying pest this side of Sigil that I've heard so much about. A true pleasure to meet you. And thank the powers it couldn't have waited until you had curled up and died, thereby sparing me the pain of being forced to banter words with you. I would gladly trade my formidable sorceress powers for but a minor enchantment that would pierce your thick skull and introduce at least the idea of manners. Could you teach me? Teach you? Ha! Are you even a mage? I am. Oh, what wonders the multiverse holds for Quill today. Come, let me see your spellbook. He tears it away, he tears it from your grasp and glares at it furiously. What is this trash? I'll tell you, dung. Dung, dung, dung. How do you even pluck the spells from these stained pages? Have you been using this book as a bar towel, so soaked in spirits, glue and blood it is? Do you not care for your spellbook? How can I teach someone who doesn't respect the art? Why does its appearance matter? Your spellbook's appearance should reflect your respect for the power it holds. That trashy little book of yours is suitable only for the basest of words. True spells should be recorded in rare, precious inks on sheets of vellum edged with gold leaf. Everything in its proper place, or not at all. He begins to hop about madly. Proper place, proper place. Can you teach me or not? He shuts his eyes and massages his temples for a moment. Finally, he speaks in a cold, level tone. It is obvious I can teach you nothing. I may, however, have some spells you might wish to purchase from me. Would you care to see them? Okay, so he's a vendor. It doesn't look like we can steal from him. So we probably actually want to buy some. Oh wow, this is way less expensive elsewhere. Okay, I probably only want to buy a couple things. Can also it's friends here to make it cheaper. Okay, what is the what level of spell can I cast? 6. Do I want to get more spells for Ignis? I'm not sure if I'll have him for very long. It's level 6, level 7. Maybe we only buy the actual things we can use right now. Well, I don't know. It might be worth buying things we can't use right now in case we level up away from this place later on. Five. I think I'll wait, but I'll try and see if I can remember to come back here before I end up going to a new location where I might be stuck for a while. Okay, let's see what else this guy has to say. May I have some candy? A candy? And once more for good measure. A candy? What, pray tell, makes you think I'd give a candy to a shirtless, impertinent pumpion such as yourself? He taps his foot and arms crossed. awaiting your answer. Would you sell some then? Now that I might. But I warn you, I sell no ordinary candies, but chocolates of power. He draws the last word out, rubbing his hands together greedily. Chocolates of power? He nods. Indeed. They are not cheap, mind you. So should you find yourself short of drink, I suggest you drop the subject immediately. Would you like to see what I have to offer? He cocks his head, looking at you slyly.
My journal.
So these seem to be like one-time spells, I guess? My chocolates are too strong for you, traveler. Right. Okay, what can you tell me about this place? You stand within the Civic Fest Hall, in the exclusive, so very exclusive until you shambled in, private sensorium. Speak to the man at the Fest Hall's foyer, Splinter. Should you have any more fatuous questions about this place? Okay, what about Rebel Puzzlewell? At the mention of her name, he swallows the candy he's sucking on with a loud gulp. Wincing in pain. What to tell? Why, tell it all. Such things, such tales, are best left in dusty books, in the attics of old men's minds. Evil, evil. Such a name, and such dark tales swarm about it, like flies on a corpse. Just the same, I need you to tell me. He rolls his eyes, plopping another candy into his mouth. She's a night hag, my boy, who came to Sigil. All evil and cackles she was, alive with her shadow magic, ready to butt heads with the Lady of Pain. A barmy old hag, only succeeding in getting herself mazed. She's likely dead by now. Shadow magic. Yes. He seems uneasy about speaking of her. Ravel dabbled. No, not dabbled, but excelled in all schools of magic. She knew shadow magics of illusion and shadow substance. Shadows, residues of dead things. How might I find her? Why would you ask such a thing? Are you mad? What could you possibly want with such an evil creature? She knows something about my past. Doubtful. She was mazed many centuries ago. Gone, penned in the dead book she is. And even if she were somehow still clutching to life with her blackened, bloody talons, what could she possibly know about you? If she wasn't the spitting image of cackling evil, that is, and was even willing to help you. I'll just have to hope she's alive and will help me. By luscious 6 teats in her swollen tummy, what a flickering candle of hope hurled into the howling winds of pandemonium that is. Flicker, flicker, whoosh. Don't be any more of a fool than you need be. I still have to seek her out. So if she's dead, and she most likely is, then what is your plan, may I ask? You have everything all figured out, do you? Quell is just blowing words out of his pits. Nonsense, nothing. What do you plan to do if she's in the dead book? What do you think I should do? The first brilliant question you've asked. Me? I think you should give up this clueless idea of entering mazes and chatting with night hags, and lope back into whatever crypt you crawled out of. Makes far more sense than fishing for the lady's anger, it does. Can you tell me how to get to her maze? Lunatic! Madman! Alcove! Have you not listened to a word I've said? She's imprisoned in an interdimensional maze for trying to best the Lady of Pain! That means she's at least 10 times as barmy as you, and at least 100 times more powerful. She's also most likely dead, thrice dead, and if by some happenstance she isn't, she'll make you dead. I understand, but I really need your help. Can you tell me how to reach her or not? Quell goes quiet, chewing on his lip. After a moment, he fishes around in his tunic for a mint, plops it into his mouth. You're serious. Serious now. Why so serious, so Beator bent, so mule stubborn? He sighs. Well, born clueless, die clueless.
Updated my journal.
All mazes have portals. This much I know to be true. A way in, a way out, and this is how the lady fashions them. I do not know the portal, its location, or even its form, but I am told its key is a piece of ravel. A piece of ravel? But if ravel is maze, then how am I supposed to? Then you'll have to make do. Find something that has ravel's taint in it, mayhap. That is all I know. All. Bother me no more about it. If you want to go pestering someone about something like that, go to the brothel of slating intellectual lust. One of the ladies there is bound to have met someone or something that'll know. Someone or something that'll help.
Updated my journal.
Hey, can you tell me any more about the ravel? Shadow magic. What about Lady of Pain? He nods grimly. The Lady of Pain, she rules the city of Sigil, keeps the powers out and such. One of the punishments she reserves for those who cross her is mazing. She breaks off a piece of sigil, twisting it about and banishing it to who knows where. The offender trapped inside. Gone. Gone they are to the plains, then. Okay. So, right. Piece of ravel. Which I suspect means a piece of her daughter. And that's the key. We still don't know where the door is. Okay, let's see what's in her journal right now. Okay, learn the language of the dodecahedron puzzle box. Actually, let me check this bronze sphere and see if anything's changed here. Nope. Okay, we need to find a linguist to learn more about the dodecahedron, so let's do that. Yes, definitely of the cunning variety. That's very key. Chosen to grace my home once more, have you? What is it you wish of me this time? I would have you know I am a scholar and a linguist, sir. While I shall happily entertain any questions regarding my field of study, language and the like, I can be of no help to you in other matters. Unfold the dodecahedron to a page with writing on it, and ask if he can translate it. He takes the unfolded dodecahedron in his hands, and examines it closely. This language is a long-dead one, known to virtually no one. I believe my father, a linguist by myself, knew this language, and may well have been the only man in Sigil at the time that could understand it. I recognize it from his notes, but I cannot translate it. Do you have those notes still? He shakes his head. They'll be of no use to you if you're looking to translate anything. And the few actual books he had pertaining to the language disappeared around this time of his murder, I believe. I'd very much like to see them just the same. He gives an annoyed sigh. I'm not certain where they are just now, and I'm looking for something else at the moment. My research journal. Perhaps when I've recovered it, I could spare the time to find those notes for you. Okay, we already got this. I forget where I got it from. I'm going to go down the route of, like, what would have happened if we didn't already have it.
Updated
Where do you last have it? Well, I'm not certain. It might be, well, perhaps it somehow found its way into the brothel of slating intellectual lusts. But how that would have come to pass, I do not know. Yeah, very convincing. He clears his thoughts and looks away from you. Oh, look there. You said your father was murdered? Finham nods. Strangled he was. He had left to tutor someone. He taught various languages to supplement his research income. He was discovered dead in a side chamber of the Civic Fest Hall. The killer was never found. This was some, perhaps 50 years ago now. I was but a child. He knew the language and could teach it? Surely he did, and could, were he alive today. My father was said to be a great teacher. He sighs sadly. I have his skill with language, but not his patience for others. Is he interred at the mortuary?
Updated my journal.
Why no. His ashes are kept here. He points to a bronze urn sitting atop a cabinet beside a bouquet of purple flowers. Why? A wry smile crosses Venom's lips. A necroscope, are you? Speak with the dead? He suddenly frowns. I have no wish to speak of these things any longer. You'll have to excuse me, sir.
It couldn't hurt
Farewell.
you to say a few words to me, Fiendling.
Random introduction.
Oh, good. Hunt you, that is.
Okay. Hopefully he's not too upset at us. Seems like we may have a couple of different options for translating here. Is it this book right
Updated
here?
my journal.
Venom's eyebrows arch. Why, yes it is. He takes it from you, then begins to rummage through his pockets. Here you are then. My father's notes. Square then, are we? Good. I've got to look over my notes now, so you'll excuse me. These are the notes of the deceased linguists, Finn Andley, and they're composed of his research into the language of Uyo. These are the notes of the deceased linguist. They are the language remarkably similar to the writings you found hidden in the dodecahedron puzzle box.
Updated my
Read them over
journal.
carefully, see if it sparks a memory. As you read over his notes regarding the lost language of Uyo, there is a throbbing sensation in your temples as a memory begins to surface. Memories of this language. You recall letters, words, phrases, until, like a spire wind blowing away the blanket of poisonous smog over the great foundry, the language is once more revealed to you in its entirety. You should now be able to read the writing in the dodecahedron now.
Done.
Let's see if I can talk to this guy in his ashes forms. I feel like I can normally only talk to things that are like still have form. But let's check. There is an urn atop this small cabinet, full of ashes and charred bits of bone. Etched into the base of the urn are the words, Finn Andley, beloved husband, father, and scholar of 100 languages. The ashes seem to stir faintly, as if moved by your breath. A faraway voice whispers up from the air, from within the urn. Why have I been summoned to these ashes, cold and gray as the heart of a hag? Answer some questions, spirit. Ask, then, so that I might return to my most quiet thoughts. I was Finn, a linguist and a scholar. I was murdered by a student of mine. Murdered so that I could not teach another the language that I taught him. The tongue of Uyo it was, one of the rarest in the multiverse. I knew of none who spoke it, save myself, and that one damnable, murderous student. So clearly I was the student, and killed him, so no one else could translate it. Okay.
Updated my
Unfold the
journal.
dodecahedron and read it. The tablet turns out to be a journal of sorts, one kept by some prior incarnation of yourself, it would seem, and not an altogether sane one either. There are only a handful of completely coherent sections. Oh wow. Read about whispering shadows. The whispers are not the shadows moving. They are speaking, plotting, talking to each other. I can understand some of what they say. Female ghost. The book tells me things. Whispers things. It tells me to avoid the ghost girl. Avoid her. I don't know her, and she torments me. Read about hiding something within your own body. We've actually already gotten this. And so I swallowed it, hoping it would catch in my bowels. I can make someone else remove it when I need to. Paranoid ranting. I have learned that my life is not my own. I will not allow you to have my life. You will have to pull my life from my broken body if you want it. It's you who will die. If I cannot have it, neither will you. You are responsible for this treason of flesh. You will not live to live my life. Accursed tattoos? The accursed tattoos will not leave my skin. I have tried to burn them off of my skin. Failed. I try and cloak myself, but I always feel that people are reading my flesh, reading me like a book. Whenever they look at me, I want to tear their eyes out, pluck them from their sockets, and crush them beneath my heel. Dreams and revel. Why can't I dream? I used the goblet of simmer to force a waking dream. I saw a hag. She tempted me, threatened me with shadows. I have never seen her, but she came when I dreamt. I must not dream again. I must always be aware. I destroyed the goblet. She says she is someone of power, and that she will have me, will find me. Get away, hag. Stay far away from me. Leave me in peace. I want nothing to do with you. Her voice reeked of evil's talons like spiders. They burrowed into my gray matter, and I needed her out of my mind. Out, hag. She was a myth, a fairy tale, who alone challenged the Lady of Pain. How can one fight someone who is a myth? I don't have the weapons. I need weapons that will kill her should she find me. I need a strategy so she cannot defeat me when she comes for me. I must devise and think. I shall beat her. Read about the danger of names. Fear names. Names have power and identity. Names can be used as weapons by others. They are a hook that can be used to track you, find you, hunt you across the plains. Remain nameless, and you shall be safe. Read about the killing in the fest hall. I went to the fest hall, looking for the path of my false self in its halls. So glaring was it, that those I did not know, the false ones, welcomed me into their confidence, treated me as a friend, showed me my room, attended to my needs. I had to restrain myself from launching out against them. That would have been premature. First, I needed to protect my identity. I found one who knew the exclusive language of Uyo, learned it as I could, then killed him. Then I went to the sensorium and prepared to end the matter. Soon. Read about the murder of one who tried to help you. There is nothing he can do. Memories are gone, he says, never to return. He says lies, and tells me that this is what he told me. Lies. He says my mind is weakening from every death. Lies. He sat there betraying my confidence with every turn. He says that after only 3 more deaths, 3 more lives, will I gain the benefit of keeping my memories, but that I myself, I will die when I die. Die. How can one be immortal and still die? He could not answer, so he was of no use. I butchered him so that no other incarnation will ever benefit from his uselessness. Cryptic answer from an unknown source. So the ghastly head said, "You have been divided. You are one of many men." One in many men? You bear many names. Each has left their scars on your flesh. Lost one, immortal one, incarnation's end. Man of 1,000 deaths. The one doomed to life. Restless one. One of many. The one whom life holds prisoner. The bringer of shadows. The wounded one. Misery bringer. Yemeth. You are silvered glass that is cracked, and the pieces scattered across history. Only one piece is of import. Regain that, and your life will be yours again. There will be a price, and this price will buy you a chance. Without the chance, you are doomed. You have lost that which was never meant to be separated from man. Your mortality has been stripped from you, lost. It exists, but you must find it before your mind is lost to you as well. Something about a legacy. A legacy, the note read. Forget not to collect your legacy. And a small code scratched beside it. 51 AA. A trap, no doubt. Set by yet another of my false selves. I'll see it destroyed, I will. Okay. I wonder if that's the same legacy that we learned about in the sensory stone, or if that's a different one.
I'm gone.
If it's not here, it could be at the, oh, I'm forgetting the name of it, but the vault. I believe you have a legacy for me. Yeah, 51 AA. He looks at you in surprise as you name the legacy. That is extremely old. Are you certain? A shocked look that comes upon his face. I hope that wasn't one of the ones that burned. How old is it? Well, he ponders for a moment. Several decades at least. You said it might have been burned? What do you mean? Oh yeah, we already heard this, yeah. The vandal burned stuff. Can you check and see if it still exists? Oh yes, of course. It will take a moment. Very well, I'll wait. He returns. Yes, fortunately. It was unharmed by the fire. All the articles are safe. Could I collect on it? I'm the beneficiary. Of course. Sign here and here on the dotted line. There and there. All right. I wonder when I was signing I don't have a name. There we are. That should be the last of the paperwork. Here are all the items that were in the vault. One looks like a foundry receipt, though quite an old one, to be sure. Did the deceased have something commissioned at the foundry? I don't really know. Perhaps. I'm beginning to think just about anything is possible.
Updated my journal.
Where's the foundry? It's located in the lower ward. It's past the great gate. Look for a number of guardsmen guards at the gate, and you should be in the right place. Okay. Guardsman receipt. Alright, what else did I get here? Stone Gullet of Lawfall the Gross. The gurgling stone gullet of Lawfall the Gross is not as well known as most artifacts tend to be. No wars have been waged over it, no betrayals, no epic journeys into the underworld, only a few moralizing sorcerers, a fat man, and his stomach. As the legend goes, Lawfall the Gross was said to have been a promising practitioner of the art, a sorcerer's apprentice to one of the last years of Essenon. Despite his skill at the art, however, his gluttony was the subject of much ridicule among his peers. During the last great massing of Essamon, Lawfall was invited to dine at the center table. But unknown to him, his peers had filled his wine goblet with an elixir turning flesh to stone, to teach the rotund student a lesson. Lawfall consumed such great amounts of food and drink during the mass, however, that it diluted the potion's effects. Complaining of a stomachache, hours after the feast, the local healers discovered that Lawfall's stomach had turned into stone. Yet was still capable of digesting food. Lawfall lived the rest of his days happily eating, though his gullet was a few pounds heavier than before. When he finally died, his stomach was removed as an oddity, and since then it has wandered the plains in search of new stomachs. To use the stone, one must consume it. It has the consistency of stale bread. So doing will turn the eater's stomach into a stone gullet. Devouring the stone gullet of Lawfall will grant the user the blessing of stone and rock and slight resistance to stomach acid. Amazing. Guess I don't see any reason not to use it. Seems like a pure buff. +1 save versus poison, plus 15% resist to acid. Okie dokie. Alright, what's this kaleidoscope gem? Invokes chromatic orb when held. That's weird. Is it like usable? Okay, it's wearable and usable. +1 saving throws, +1 save versus spells, 5 resistance to magic. So that's almost a complete buff. The issue with resistance to magic is I've noticed that you can actually resist beneficial spells. So we may not keep it on. But let's see. This shimmering jewel is actually the corpse of a radiant spirit from the upper plane of Elysium. When those creatures pass away, they leave their shimmering husks behind. These husks are often mistaken for jewels, or semi-precious stones. Their essence is still that of harmony and goodness, and they can only be employed by a creature whose heart is filled with good intentions. The kaleidoscope eye can either be wielded in the hand or placed in an empty eye socket, depending on whether its owner wishes to use it for defense or offense. When held, this user may summon its power to harness ambient light, twist it, and turn it against enemies. When placed in the owner's eye socket, the eye grafts itself to the wearer's skull and helps shield its new owner. It absorbs a portion of the energies from incoming attacks and provides proof against all manner of magical attacks. It looks like the offensive one is a one-time use, and that's just a chromatic orb, so I don't know why I would ever use
to wake
that.
up from the dead in a place like this. I must be
Okay.
hallucinating all this.
Well, we are not far away from the next ad break, so I think this is actually a pretty good stopping point.